Noreen will now measure the flour.
What are we making?
We are making strudel today. This is an old-time meal that comes all the way back from Romania. And everybody seems to like it, so when the family comes home, this is one meal we always try to make. We're kind of figuring 1 cup of flour per person. And now she will add some salt to taste. So we don't know just how much that is, but anyway, that should be enough.
The first one?
No, yeah. Probably about 1.5 teaspoons, right? Now, some flours are not as good as others. So this kind of flour is commodity flour. Sometimes we have Saskatchewan wheat flour, and that seems to work better than some other kinds. But the secret now is you kind of have the feel in your hand when you put the water into the flour, that it makes a nice elasticy kind of a dough. Not sticky, but just enough. And we use warm water because warm water seems to be best. And maybe we have to measure it because we never do. We have to measure the water just for the record. We'll try and measure the water today. And as I add it, you mix it and then get the feel. Most of these meals, you just go by feel, by instinct, but sometimes it's good to maybe take down the correct measurement of the water. Okay, now try and see.
More.
I have to feel it too. See how we had what, 3.5 there. Yeah, I think that's about maybe just a tiny bit more, and then
How did I get elected to do this gooey part? You had the
because
bowl?
you're anxious to learn how to do it.
I know how. Jocelyn should learn.
Well,
So that when she's bored
we're
someday.
saving time today. Yeah, take it out and put it on the countertop now.
With the flour.
Because that will...
Can I turn it up a bit?
There. Excuse me here. Because I want you guys to learn the way I do it. There.
Knead till the lumps are out. Or your arms break, whichever comes first.
You let it get kind of sticky so it doesn't move on you all the time.
Yeah, I know.
That you can do that other kind of kneading the way.
Got a substitute in while Noreen takes a break. Jocelyn's fulfilling the role as kneader.
Well, the person wouldn't want that around for too long. Yeah.
That's tiring.
Well, as long as he keeps taking his pain medicine, he's not.
So how do you know when it's done?
When it's smooth and all those lumps are out and it looks smooth like when you bake bread. And with a big ball like that, it can take a while.
Do you feel that it's nice?
Well, it's starting to.
I kind of like doing that, so I just would like to keep on going, but and I think this is probably, yeah. Okay, we're now getting ready for the second part. Linda is peeling potatoes and I'm getting the meat ready here. So we figured about 1 potato per person and 2 extra, so that should be okay for this size of our family today. And I'm using some pre-cooked leftover pork. Pork meat, which I'm going to saute in the oil and a little bit of onion.
What about the dough?
Lorraine and Jocelyn are now getting ready to roll the dough out into little loaves first, and then we roll it out into pizza pie shaped things, and we oil it. I'm going to either put oil on or bacon fat today, and after a few minutes we really stretch them really big and really thin, and that's the strudel then.
How long did you end up kneading that dough?
Till it was nice and smooth and elasticy, really nice and smooth. You can
It was about 20 minutes, wasn't it?
feel it in your hands.
I don't know.
Don't make them
I
so small.
wanted them to look small. That's poor.
Oh. The ladies of long ago, when I was little, they used to make this in cast iron kettles, but we in modern times now, I acquired my own way of doing it, and we usually put it in a roaster and then cook it in the oven for about half an hour. But the older ladies, they had a real way of cooking them in the cast iron kettles because they had different kind of stoves. History today, because this has never been photographed.
Sorry for the noise.
And most people in this country don't know what this means. They all know strudel, but that's kind of a dessert, apple strudel, but this is a different kind of meal. Yeah, now we put the potatoes on top of this, and then we put water in it. This is the amount that it comes through, and just show it through, and then we get it to a boil. And then when the strudel are ready, we put them on top and cover them up and get them to a full rolling boil, and then put them in the oven at about 400 and cook it that way for about half an hour. And then we check it and see if they're nice and brown on the top. If they're not brown, we'll just put them back in and turn the heat up to broiling, and then they'll brown real fast. That's good, Jocelyn. That's very good. Don't take it off. Leave it on.
Just do there.
I just covered it so that while we roll them, they don't dry out.
You need to lay them over there probably, because you're
Or
not...
can I move that? So we roll it about the thickness of a pancake.
So they stretch easier. Now put it back. Now you put flour under it, but it don't stick to the covered top.
On both sides?
No, just one side. Okay, that one is ready now. It's you can stretch it right away if you want to, but it's better if it's left laying there.
Lovely.
Where's the rest of them?
They're all right there.
Because once it's on your hands or whatever, it stretches pretty quick. So it's important to get the edges flat.
The thinner you can stretch them, the nicer they are. If they're not stretched very thin, then they kind of taste like bread.
Yeah, it's that one, it's the small one, right?
Linda, how about trying one?
So it kept on sliding around, so I couldn't get a lot
You
on
want
it.
it ripped into shreds?
You don't. This is.
She doesn't know how to do it yet.
Linda, I'm surprised.
I'll use the one with
Well,
the colored
My
tip down
fingernails
on
would
it.
Yeah,
put holes in it.
yeah. But this is how you.
But you don't use your fingernails, you use your fingers.
It doesn't always work out this good, but this one stretches out good. Now after the edge is stretched, then you try to stretch as close to the edge as you can. Because the middle seems to stretch on its own all the time.
Well, you guys can't
The
be on your
secret-
arms already.
The secret of having this to satisfy your own pride and joy is to stretch this thin enough so it's sort of paper thin without ripping it. But even tearing it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. See, this is now stretched. I'll lay it down on the table now because for me it's easier to handle. Now you can catch up in all the places where it isn't stretched enough.
There's your nurse.
She is, oh my goodness.
No, that's not. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
Good idea.
Noreen, I think here's your thing that you were worried about. Now, this is how we lay it together. And that's how we do all of them. And then when they're all done, then we cut them like this and put them on top of the potatoes.
And then it made a small hole, and then it got bigger and bigger.
Close to noon.
Jocelyn and I use a pillow.
Yeah,
We're not professionals yet. Well, how many did this make? 9?
I guess so, I don't know.
My big hole.
You taste it. It tastes like a little bit too much water.
Our average has been about 60 bushels.
When did you start? Stop it.
It's usually noon to 2, about 2 hours.
So then what, Mom?
Right in the middle of the day. So a lot of times
Then
I
I'll
get my compliments
Just
out, I'll
make
go
sure that stays boiling. And we'll put the cover on and set it in the oven. Just let it bake.
For how long?
30 minutes mostly. Sometimes it takes a little more if there's more.
So basically everything's
They're
cooked. Now all you're
done,
doing
yeah,
is
they're
baking
done
the
in
dough.
half an hour. It's just that we always want them brown, so we check them, and when they're not brown at first, then we'll turn up the oven and
Yeah.
cook them until they're brown.
How long did it take to dry down? Hey, I'm hungry. You can wait.
You've got some there, so why don't you,
I know, I want gravy.
or take some, pass it on, let you taste some sugar.
Well, I wondered why I was so sleepy yesterday, and then I realized later on I never had any coffee. When I don't have coffee, sometimes I feel very sleepy.